For a look at your Tuesday forecast.
Yes, and if you're heading out the door right now, it's a little cool out there in Redding, 49 degrees. The rest of you are mainly sitting in the mid-50s at the moment, 54 out there in Oroville and 55 in Chico. As for those winds, they are calm right now, but they will be picking up later today. Current temperatures right now, or the high temperatures that we're going to see today, should be hitting the upper 60s out there in Chico and Redding. A few of you might be able to touch 70 degrees today, but I think most of you will just be staying in the 60s today. And Paradise might even get close to 60 and may not even hit it today. So today's going to be much cooler today than what we have been seeing. Although notice those temperatures, they are still above average for this time of year. And we have a red flag warning to worry about as well. This takes effect 4 a.m. on Wednesday, so really bright and early Wednesday morning, or not even bright. That's before the sun rises. That's when this takes effect. And then last through 7 a.m. on Thursday, we're going to be seeing very strong gusty north winds, gusting 40 to 55 miles per hour. Very dry conditions out there with relative humidity values 15 to 25%. And then the vegetation is also extremely dry. So those fuels that we talk about are so dry this time of year because we've seen no rain, which will make this event even worse. So we'll have to keep a very close eye on this. If you see any smoke, please report it immediately because it could be a serious situation. As for the wind gusts that we're going to be seeing today, they'll be picking up out there in the valley to around 25 miles per hour for some of the strongest locations. But as we go through the day today, we're going to see those wind gusts get even stronger and even stronger. Into tonight, we're seeing those wind gusts already picking up in the 30s down there in Orleans and in Willows. Redding already has wind gusts at around 30. Chico, not too much, but notice these contours. Anything in purple is 40 miles per hour. Anything in red is 30. And a big portion of this map is seeing very strong wind gusts. And once we go into Wednesday, that's when they really start to pick up. So wind gusts around 50 miles per hour out there in Redding and close to 50 all in the western part of the valley and out there in the foothill locations as well. Those winds will last all the day on Wednesday until they do eventually taper off Wednesday night. So that's what we are keeping an eye on for you. But if you do want to take your kids out to the school this morning, not too bad for now. Still cool and sunny this morning, 51 degrees, staying sunny. We'll stay sunny through your day today. Recess looks great, maybe a little breezy out there, 66 degrees, and then topping off at around 68 when you're picking the kids up. But will be pretty windy out there on the roadways, so make sure to be careful if you're driving next to large 18-wheelers that they're not kind of shaking because they are easy to tip over in winds like that. As for the 7-day forecast in Chico, a high of 68 degrees for today, cooling to 67 on Wednesday with some windy conditions out there. Thursday, we drop all the way to 63 degrees. That'll be the coldest day of the week for you. Notice those low temperatures in the 30s again. And then for your weekend, we have a slight warm up before we cool back down on Monday to 61 degrees. As for Redding, you are at 68 degrees for a high today, cooling to 66 on Wednesday with the high fire danger in that forecast from the red flag warning. Thursday is going to be your coolest day, a high of 64 degrees. And then Redding warms up through the weekend, a high of 73 by Sunday, and then all the way back down to 64 degrees for the start of your work week next week. Julia, back to you.
Cannabis companies are cutting jobs, and an emergency hits U.S. farm country because of propane shortages.